So in the last part of our series here with Scott Holsopple of Hightower, we're going to get down into some nitty-gritty, real solutions that Hightower can partner with 10 Capital to bring to you business owners out there. So we've talked a lot about culture. We've talked about why we're excited to partner with Hightower and just the similarities and synergies between the two companies. I know last week you talked with Jake about a little bit more broader concept of this idea of living a wealthy life. It's something we've talked about with our clients. Half felt like you'd ripped off my slogan when I saw what your slogan was. But yeah, from our gym to our events, obviously for you guys, some specific mandates. One of many things we're excited about. That being said, and while all those other ancillary pieces are critical, real business, from a financial perspective speaking, has to get done. And you all have, again, as with many things, formalized some specific things for business owners or those leading a business. Tell us a little bit about literally the acronym BOSS Services.
Yeah, so when you look across Hightower, there's $120+ billion of assets, and a lot of that is driven by business owners, right? That either running businesses or have sold businesses and are in retirement. And so when we look to develop things for our advisors, we want to have our clients, the end client, in mind as well. And so we've built out business owner services just for that, which is how can we help our advisors extend the experience and the value that they can create for business owners? And it starts with getting evaluation for their business before they're even thinking about it, so it can flow into the planning process, right? Mm-hmm. Knowing the value of a business is critical in financial planning, estate planning, and tax planning. We have a series of investment bankers or a network of investment bankers that we have relationships with that we can then say, okay, we've kind of talked with the advisor or the client about their business, flows into their plan, we have a valuation. Now let's go talk to somebody who is experienced enough and can take them out to partners that they might benefit from if they're looking to sell their business. Mm-hmm. And so we're building this experience for your clients, for other clients that exist within Hightower that are business owners, to really educate them on what the value of their business is, as well as to enable them to sell their business or find a partner when it's the right time.
When it comes to those BOSS services, and I think a lot of times when there's something new or an offering, so to speak, people in some cases are hesitant because like, well, I don't know if it's appropriate for me or what all it entails or what kind of commitment I need to make up front. So I guess from how people can continue outside of this brief just introduction, get more familiar with the offerings of BOSS or how people begin to engage with us to you guys. Walk through a little bit of that process or maybe some things that they should be thinking about.
Yeah, so it starts with talking with their advisor, right? So, hey, I saw the video. I have wondered what my business is worth. Can you connect me with the right person within Hightower? Mm-hmm. You'd reach out to our Wealth Solutions team. We have somebody that specializes in running the process. So you would work alongside of them. Mm-hmm. I think it goes back to, and we talked about in a previous video, about how we try to balance this idea of the local experience with a national reach, right? And so it's not a situation where you like hand it off and like the expert in the, in the corporate environment goes and does it. It's a partnership.
Coming alongside
us. Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It's part of the experience that you bring to your clients. And I think that's really how we aim to do all of the things that we build out.
Speaking of just wealth solutions, we'll touch on briefly for business owners or for everyone else. Talk a little bit about the depth, got to at least touch on it in part, of the investment team. Obviously, we got a chance to meet Stephanie Link, but I know there's a lot of other individuals. What do they potentially bring to the table for our clients? Yeah,
it's a fantastic team led by Stephanie Link, who you spent some time with. They can help you do everything from running a portfolio to introducing ideas and alternatives that you might want to bring to some of your clients, to just being a thought partner. Mm-hmm. And I think you get to customize that experience where you know what, if you guys are contemplating a move for your clients within your portfolios, you now have somebody that's also thinking about it day in and day out as their core job. And then things like alternatives, they're becoming a more and more prominent thing within the industry, and they're great. They can also be a bit of a quagmire.
Scary and complex for sure.
That's right. And so how can we bring expertise? So we brought on Robert Picard to lead the alternatives investment, and that is everything from identifying alternatives that you might want to be take advantage of, to being that resource to say, hey, I have this, I think this would be great for my clients, can you help me think about this?
Right.
And so it really runs the gamut of how you want to create that.
And it really was those two pieces. I know for us, a critical part of what we've been trying to do for clients is getting some more exposure beyond just the S&P Ag. And as the world found out in 2022, how correlated those things had become, outside of, again, the dedicated formal process, people that you were putting to that was one of the big things that stood out about the team. The other one was, I guess there's always the hope that things are going to be how you would hope them to be, but a little bit of the pleasant surprise of the fact that it wasn't this all or nothing. If you're not using one of our strategies, we can't talk to you, but that you, again, like so much of these things we've talked about over this series, are there to be supportive. If there's a crack, a hole, a gap, you're feeling it. You're not trying to push anything out necessarily, but just, again, keep a solid experience for clients.
Yeah, that's right. I think of it as, and I talk about it as a healthy tension, which is because we're not here mandating things for you. When we build something, we've got to be sure that it's going to be valuable.
Right.
And that means we've got to come out and talk to you about it, right? And so whenever we build a new offering or a new solution, we don't do it in just in this black box. You're always involved with helping us create that, because at the end of the day, you have to see value in what we create to use it for your clients.
Right. So that will wrap up our 4-part series. Thank you for being game. This is in the past now, but Scott, we're about to drag him over to the client event to talk some more, but wanted to grab him while he was here in town, and appreciate you being willing to share more about what our clients can look forward to.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, everybody.